Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this video. This video is going to be guiding us through a meditation for peace. If you are new to my stream and my videos, hello, welcome in. If you are not new, hello, welcome back. So we're going to be talking a little bit here, and then I'm going to lead you through the meditation process. So if you want, you can skip through me talking if you're watching the replay and just go to where I close my eyes, because that'll be when the meditation starts. But I did want to offer up a little bit of a discussion here about peace itself and about the meditation practice itself. So the reason that I am offering meditation for peace at this time is because there is an energy of the opposite that we are seeing in the world around us at this time. And I'm a person who strongly believes in our co-creative ability to use our conscious state of being to exercise our power to co-create this beautiful universe we are living in, and to transmute what we're seeing in the outside world by going within and finding the energy that we're seeing in the outside world within ourselves, and then using some sort of practice like meditation to transmute the energy. So I have been very much watching and evaluating the war within myself over this past week. And I have to tell you, I am a person who thinks that they are pretty positive and peaceful and loving and all that jazz. And I have found a lot of war within myself. I have found a war between the part of me that knows I co-create my reality and the part of me that still doesn't quite trust that that's what is, that I have that power. I have found a war about within, a shaming within, that there is a part of me that shames me for the things that I've done in my past. And like, there's a part of me I found that was saying, I will never forgive you for this. I'm always going to hold this against you. And so I got to bring love to that. I have found that there is this war that I have with doubt. I doubt myself a lot. I put myself down a lot. And I've recently discovered, I shared in the last video that I did on Facebook about this, but I shared that I had a war with my body, that there was a war within me, within my being, that I felt that I had no control over something in my body. And that was a war that I was fighting because it felt like an attack against my being, like something that I didn't choose was attacking me. And I was really upset by that. So these are just many places within myself that I have found a war. And also I've had to be really honest with myself about the energy of attack that I have initiated over the past year. I had to really bring truth, awareness, love, and compassion to the part of me that sent energetic attacks to anyone with any belief system or for any reason over the past year. And really just, and this is not to beat ourselves up for what it is that we are noticing, but it is this beautiful opportunity to be honest and loving and compassionate about what's happening within our own beings. So like, even if someone cuts you off in traffic and you send an energetic attack to that person, you're like, oh gosh, I wish that person would just, whatever it is that you're sending to them. That is in its way something that could manifest in a bigger, grander scale as what we're seeing in the outer environment. Maybe not to that extreme, but you can understand how these energetic attacks that we're sending in the outside world can really affect us. The other thing that I was finding is this war between the masculine and feminine. The devoted and vulnerable really is a project of uniting the masculine polarity and the feminine polarity, where the masculine polarity is the giving, nurturing, protective, devoting, and leading energy. And the feminine energy is the receptive, the expressive, the feeling, the being energy. And, how much fight and resistance and attack energy is there between the masculine and feminine within our own beings, right? Like I have had to heal my relationship with my divine masculine inside of me, that I've felt like my divine masculine has led me to places that weren't aligned. And so like there's this distrust between my inner feminine and my inner of my divine inner masculine. And then the inner feminine is also like totally out of alignment because it feels like it can't surrender into the universe or into the unfolding of the moment. And so these are just a little bit of sharing with you my own personal processes and the wars that I've been finding within before we get into this meditation. So I invite you to be aware of what was coming up for you as I was talking about that, and to use that as fuel for what it is that we're going to be using this meditation for. So if you are new to meditation, I am so proud of you. Please join me in this beautiful experience. Remember, it's a practice. So there is nothing, there is no perfection to be gained here. That this is something that you are practicing. You're practicing your meditation faculties, your meditation, your imagination ability, and your own inner knowing. So there is a lot that we're practicing when we go through meditation. So if your mind wanders, that doesn't mean that you've messed up and you can never meditate. It means that here's an opportunity for you to practice calling yourself back into this moment, calling yourself back into the practice so that you can experience the inner world more and more as you practice drawing your focus to that space. It's a natural thing that our mind wanders. So there's no sense in beating yourself up and even noticing that you're beating yourself up or even beating yourself up for beating yourself up. Oh, there's no need to do that. Just love it. Be like, oh, thank you for wandering. I noticed you're wandering. I'm excited to practice recalling you back to where I'm focusing, recalling you back to this moment, recalling you back to this exercise and practice. You want to be comfortable. I always recommend being in a space where you know you're not going to be disturbed, because that is the most restful place that you can be. And this may require that you have a conversation with the people in your space, in your home, to say, hey, I need this time, however long this is going to be, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. Just let them know that you need this time, you need this space, you need this inner practice and this inner journey. And if they have trouble respecting that, share with them that the person who comes out of this space is going to be an upgraded, up-leveled version of the person who goes in. So really just share with them that not only what does it benefit you, but it can also benefit them, because when you're in a better space, they can be in a better space too. And maybe even set an example for them about how to learn to self-care and to set boundaries and to have time to themselves as well. So really see if you can make that a priority to ensure that you will not be disturbed during this meditation. And remember, we are practicing our imagination faculties as well. So some people can visualize really easily. Some people have not developed this ability. So if I say visualize, what I really mean is feel, see, sense, hear, smell, intend, intuit, create. Any way that you do that is perfect and right for you and will develop as you practice meditation more and more. So again, don't be mean or overly judgmental about yourself if you are having trouble having an experience. Actually, if you notice yourself being like, oh, I'm not doing this right, I'm failing, that's an invitation to like relax a little bit, to surrender a little bit more to the process and just allow something to occur. We are very uncomfortable allowing things to occur. And this is a practice for that as well. All right, I am going to get started here. I appreciate you all for being here, and thank you. So allow your body to get comfortable and gently close your eyes. And make any last minute adjustments that you need to the position that you're in so that you can rest comfortably. As you focus on your breathing, simply allow the inhale and the exhale to lengthen and extend. We focus on our breathing because the breath happens now in this moment. It's always occurring in this now moment. And so as you breathe here, allow yourself to release what happened before you entered into this practice, just setting it aside, allowing the breath to bring you to this moment. Each inhale and exhale is a new moment. And see if you can release any expectations, anxieties, focuses on what is to come after this practice. And simply be here now with the breath and with this moment. I invite you to now visualize, see, sense, and intend that there is a circle of light around your body. This light is warm, protective, loving, nurturing, rejuvenating, and restorative. Allow yourself to feel the support of this light. It goes from the bottom of your feet all the way 3 feet above your head, around you 360 degrees. And it's inviting your body to relax any tension that it's holding that's unnecessary at this time. The shoulders release away from the ears, the eyelids relax, the jaw unclenches. You release any tension from your fingers, your toes, your arms, your legs, your stomach. And you simply allow this light to continue to invite you into a relaxed, comfortable space. And I invite you to focus on your emotions right now. As you focus on your emotions, I am encouraging you to simply be aware of what you are feeling on an emotional level at this time without judging, controlling, changing, resisting. Just simply being aware of what you are feeling with as much of a mild and objective curiosity as possible. More of like, that's interesting, observation. And as we're focusing on our emotions, I invite you now to focus on the energy of peace. What does peace feel like? Can you create the vibration of peace in your body? Perhaps you're visualizing a symbol of peace to help you to feel that vibration. Perhaps it's a person or a deity that represents that energy to you, or just a sensation that you are feeling in your body. Notice if it's coming from any particular place. For me right now, I'm feeling it below my belly button. But you may be feeling it in your heart or from your head or just in general all over. Again, remember that whatever you're experiencing is perfect, individual, and unique to you. And it's an exploration and a practice in this inward journey, in this inward creation. So as we practice feeling peace, I'm just going to invite you to hold and sustain this feeling of peace for a few minutes here. Really allowing yourself to see how long you can hold the vibration of peace, or how the vibration of peace impacts you. And really just intending that you hold this vibration for the next few minutes here, breathing easy, at a gentle pace, slower than your normal breath, creating peace and recreating it at any point that you notice your mind has wandered or your energy is in a different space than the space of peace. You can use the exhale to release anything that doesn't feel like peace to you as you sustain this feeling for the next few moments here. Perhaps you can experience peace throughout your whole body, throughout the space around you where the circle of light is, or perhaps you just can hold it in the space that you feel it. Whatever you're inclined and called to do is perfect. Good job. And now I'm going to invite you to search within your being for anything that doesn't feel peaceful. And when you find it, again, just observe it gently and compassionately without judgment, and see if you can this feeling of peace. You're not trying to force the feeling of peace into it, but what you're going to do is see if you can hold the feeling of peace on the outside of it. And if it itself wants to shrink, you can allow that to happen, but you don't have to force anything here. You're simply holding a feeling of peace around any emotion, thought, person, situation, anything internally that gives you a feeling that doesn't resonate with this peace feeling. You can look for something that feels like war within you, conflict energy within you, if that feels what you're called to find. So just find one thing and see if you can surround that feeling, that thought, that person, wherever you sense the connection to that situation or unfolding or outside circumstance or inside condition and state. Surround it with this feeling of peace. Just holding the feeling of peace on the outside of it, again, not forcing the peace on it, but simply allowing the peace to exist at the perimeter of this sensation. And again, if that sensation is willing to dissolve into peace, allow the dissolving energy to take place. If it is not, know that that is perfect and right at this time. We're really allowing ourselves to be gentle in this practice, to be more curious than forceful and controlling. And you can move on to another thing if you feel complete with the movement that may or may not want to happen right now with the first thing you selected. Move on to something else, another person, a situation, an emotion, a state of being within you, or caused within you when you think of something outside of you. And just surround it with this feeling of peace. Again, not a forceful way, just a gentle, loving, peaceful way. And if it wants to dissolve, allow it to dissolve. Another area of discomfort, of conflict. Gently holding the peace on the outside. And allowing anything to move that wants to, and allowing it to be okay if it doesn't want to move. You might even want to dialogue with it, gently, lovingly, curiously. Why is it that you don't want to dissolve into peace? And just let it tell you. Let this be an exercise in contemplation. Let it be a way inside of you and learn a little bit more about what noticed my stream just cut out and restarted, so I'm not sure if this is continuous or not, my friends. So you can continue this process on your own time. You listen to this at any time that you want to. And when you are ready, bring movement back into your hands, back into your feet, back into your body.